Welcome to the Ben Daniel Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. YG once said, "Why you always hating?" Sheryl Swoopes, why you always hating? And folks, it's to the point where Elle Duncan, someone who works at ESPN, on her own show, put Sheryl Swoopes in the crosshairs and decided to take a shot at Sheryl Swoopes today, saying, "Hey, Cheryl, I'm not going to come out and call you a hater, but I'm going to let you know. Some of this is hater behavior," right? We should use that with Sheryl Swoopes. Sheryl Swoopes exhibits hater behavior, and Elle Duncan let her know. In case you guys aren't aware, Sheryl Swoopes is just full of crap. She lies on Caitlin Clark's name. She said Caitlin Clark needed a fifth year to break the all-time scoring record in college basketball.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
She said that Caitlin Clark only broke the record because she shoots nearly 40 times a game.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
On her podcast this week, Sheryl Swoopes said the Indiana Fever would still make the playoffs without Caitlin Clark. Now, folks, all we need to do is look back at last season to think and say,
the lie detector determined that was a lie.
And in the same breath, she says that Katie Lou Samuelson is one of the most valuable players, if not the most valuable player on the Indiana Fever and responsible for this turnaround this season. What is going on here? Sheryl Swoopes, what is going on? The fact that Elle Duncan actually had some type of fortitude to go on her podcast and speak on this lets you know how delusional and deranged you sound. Now, usually it's only the Jason Whitlocks of the world to speak on these types of issues, right? Maybe Colin Cowherd, Nick Wright will speak on this, but ESPN, never. ABC, no. Usually these things kind of just get swept under the rug. However, Elle Duncan has had it up to here. She has had it up to here. Let's take a listen and hear what Elle Duncan said on the Elle Duncan Show about Sheryl Swoopes and her most recent hater behavior. Let's take a listen.
They're dominating, man.
That's crazy.
They're out here dominating. Now, someone did take a loss in the basketball world this week, though.
Who?
And I love her, but she's wrong here. Sheryl Swoopes, former WNBA player. We all know that. Current host of Queen of the Court podcast. She has
Queen of the Court podcast, in case you guys don't know, is a podcast hosted by Sheryl Swoopes. Nobody knows Elle Duncan. I'm just clarifying for you. No problem. Keep going.
some thoughts. She's had some thoughts previously about Caitlin. She would later have to apologize of those thoughts being uninformed, she shoots like 60 shots a game, just being a little bit inflammatory and critical without any actual analysis. And she apologized for that during the women's college season. And she's now stepped in it again by saying that Indiana is in the playoffs right now without Caitlin Clark. By saying that Katie Lou Samuelson's really more integral in terms of her two-way ability than Caitlin, and also saying that, and I don't besmirch her for this because lots of people are making arguments for whether they think that it is Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark that should be Rookie of the Year. I've said that I think it's Caitlin, but that I could understand someone making an argument for the other. It's not hate to make an argument for Angel Reese, so I don't take any issue with that part. But the other part, it just feels like there is something there, and I'm not really sure what is not connecting with Sheryl and why. And I don't know if some of that is driven in sort of the hurt that she felt from the fan base or some of the attacks that were leveled at her after she had those comments a few months ago. But this feels really, really, really off par. This just doesn't feel right at all. And it is starting to feel a little bit like hate from Sheryl, who just in this particular space, stop. If the Fever, who won a handful of games last year, are in the playoffs this year, then you have to understand that a large part of that is Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston. Either one of them. I would have accepted either one of them.
Stop lying to us, Sheryl. Shout out to Elle Duncan. Now, folks, don't do too many backflips Don't do too many cartwheels. Don't jump for joy too much, because I'm sure by the time I post this video, Elle Duncan will have a tweet, have a statement. I did not mean to upset anybody with my Sheryl Swoopes comments. She is an amazing and always has been an amazing basketball player. She is well entitled to her position. I just hope that she could see that Caitlin Clark is still a valuable player. I'm not going to put it by her, but for now, Elle Duncan, good for you. Good for you to actually call a spade a spade. Good for you to bringing this out to the forefront, because nobody watches Sheryl Swoopes' podcast. So some of these things do get swept under the rug. And it is up to you. It is up to Jason Whitlock. It is up to some of the bigger media outlets out there. I can't believe I'm calling the Elle Duncan show a bigger media outlet. Up to some of the bigger media outlets out there to kind of let people know that this BS is going on. Let people know, hey, guys out there, when you hear Sheryl Swoopes speak on Caitlin Clark, it's coming from a place of, I don't know. It's coming from a place of, I've been wrong before. It's coming from a place of, I've had to walk back my statements before. It's coming from a place of, oh, she's a hater right there. So Elle Duncan, salute to you. Salute to you. I know you can't come straight out and say it. Hey, Sheryl, you're a hater. I know you want to still fit in where you get in. You know, you got relationships you want to maintain. I understand that. Allow us, the losers on YouTube, to be the more inflammatory ones that don't care about having a relationship with Sheryl Swoopes, or Sheryl Swoopes, as Jason Whitlock would like to say. Right? Sheryl Swoopes doesn't know anything. As far as I'm concerned. Right? There are tons of football players that just know see ball, hit ball. Oh, wow, that's a Hall of Fame player right there. Grab ball, put it in hoop. Woo! It's a Hall of Fame player, right? Just because you're a Hall of Fame player, Sheryl, doesn't mean your opinion holds any more weight than somebody else when you've proven to us your opinions aren't rooted in logic, right? Now, somebody who is a Hall of Famer, when their opinions are rooted in logic, then their opinion holds a little bit more weight than the average Tom, Dick, and Harry walking down the street. But when you're a Hall of Famer, and I hear your logic, and I think to myself, oh, she's just dumb. She was good at basketball, but she's just dumb. D-U-M-B. Dumb. Yeah, I don't need to take her opinion seriously. She was good at basketball, but she's an idiot. It's the Ben Daniel Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Are you surprised Elle Duncan decided to call out Sheryl Swoopes? Are you anticipating Elle Duncan walking back these comments? Sheryl, I didn't mean it, Sheryl. Please invite me to the cookout. It's all good. Sister, sister. Sister, 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 sister. Take it easy, guys. We'll see you later. Have a good one.